I want to talk about homelessness. I want to talk about this crisis that is happening across the country, that has been happening forever, but has also gotten worse since COVID, since the pandemic. Yeah, I want to talk about that today. So let's get into that. Okay, so I've been homeless before. I know how it feels, and it sucks. I've been homeless shortly after leaving college. In my hometown, I went back home and I was homeless, living in a motel. I've slept on a table before. Once I came out here to the city that I currently live in, Albuquerque, um, I've experienced homeless. Me and my husband have experienced living in my car, in his car, and jumping from hotel to hotel. And after the pandemic hit, that made me very fearful of going homeless yet again. And one thing that a lot of people weren't talking about because they were just so overwhelmed with fear and uncertainty of just this flu going around, that a lot of people were going homeless. A lot of people were going homeless since then. A lot of people are going homeless now, and a lot of people were going homeless then, but it wasn't talked about like it is now. And I believe that this is a lot of the effects of that also. Yes, it has to do with tariffs. Yes, it has to do with layoffs, all these things that are taking place today. But our economy took a beating and became very fragile, even more fragile than it already was during COVID. And that's when a lot of people started to lose their livelihoods, lose their homes, and their lives were flipped upside down. So since then, since always, I've been praying to God that my family and I just don't experience that again. And if we do, that we are absolutely prepared to experience it. So I want to give some tips. First off, this might be like a 3-part series because I want to give some tips on, you know, just surviving homelessness and things that I did, things that I experienced, and what you can do. And first and foremost, I want to begin with mental health because this needs to be solid through anything. Your mind is everything. So, first off, friend, I'm going to need you to establish a routine. If you are experiencing homelessness right now, I need you to lock in a routine. Even if you're not experiencing homelessness, routines are key, they're vital. Wake up at the same time, go to sleep at the same time, eat your meals regularly at the same time. Even if you only have one meal, you can only afford one meal for the day, eat that meal at the same time every day. When my husband and I were homeless together, we could only eat one meal every day, Popeye's chicken. And it was at the same time every day. And it got us through. We were survivors. Number 2, celebrate those wins. Celebrate them. Celebrate yourself. Brushing your teeth, getting a meal, taking a shower, getting your clothes cleaned, getting into a shelter, just having some shelter, having some food for the night, having something clean to lay on and lay in. You know, those types of things. Just celebrate them. Their wins. Number 3, talk about it. This is something I didn't do, and I can see how it can be very beneficial. Talk about it. Counseling. Like, I feel like I could still use counseling from what I've experienced. Everything I've been through. I'll share my testimony one day. But counseling, talk it out, talk to somebody. Churches, shelters, clinics, wherever you can find like free counseling, take advantage of it. If you need it and you don't have anyone to talk to somebody. Talk to God. Talk to God first and foremost. He is the best counselor. And maybe that's why I got through, because I talked to God nonstop. He was my counselor. So talk to God, talk to somebody. There's also suicide crisis lifelines that you can call. And you can call 988 Suicide in crisis lifeline anytime, even if it's not an emergency, just so you can talk to somebody. So there's that. So this video is getting lengthy. I'm gonna wrap up the last two. Number 4, journal your thoughts or take voice notes, but do a lot of like journaling type of therapy for yourself. It's very good. I live by that. I will never stop journaling or taking voice notes. I do them both. And also grounding. Grounding techniques are so good. Like, learn some techniques, search some techniques, ground, breathe, relax, try to meditate, breathing techniques. Not new age meditation, but like relaxing, taking it easy, not putting so much pressure upon yourself because you're already living in a very high, intense situation and environment, and it's hard. So try to be easier on yourself, please. And the most important thing always is to keep your faith in the Most High God. He is your number one. He's going to be your best friend. He's going to be your counselor. He's going to be your provider. He's going to be your father. He's going to be your protector. He's going to be everything for you. And he wants that. He wants to be with you during the hardest, most challenging situations of your life, even through the easy ones. But he's always there through the hard ones. And yeah, that's it. And I feel like these are great tips, not only if you're homeless, but just in general, life in general, because we are going through some tough times, you guys, and survival of the fittest out here. But I hope some of these help, and I hope a little bit of my testimony and what I've been through and what I've experienced helps you out also, because you're not alone. One thing about it, you're not alone. None of us are alone. All right? Love you guys. Bye.